Hey everyone, Adrienne here, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I'm outside in the garden. It's going to be pretty hot today, so I'm trying to get out here early and get some stuff done. I did see the white moth, white butterfly if you want to call it that. I did see one of those yesterday or the day before. So that just tells me that I need to get out here and get some covering on my greens. I just transplanted out some, what are they called? Bentley Southern Giant Collards. I put some Bentley Southern Giant Collards out here yesterday. And then I also have some Georgia Southern Collards to put out as well. But I need to get the white covering on here before those white butterflies, the netting. I need to get the netting out before those white butterflies come and lay all their eggs, and then I'll have caterpillars everywhere eating up all my greens. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I also have to replant some of my collaboration seeds. So we did the Growin' Groceries 25 with Jennifer Ocean Homestead and Mary's Heirloom Seeds. If you haven't seen that first initial video, then I'll leave a link in the description for that. But I need to get my tomatoes and peppers planted again, because I don't see them popping up. Now I don't see my seeds. Anyhow, and then I also need to get that huge radish planted as well. So I need to find my seeds first and foremost. Here's that radish. So this is the, what is it called? Sakurajima mammoth radish. All right. I feel like I'm going to plant this outside the garden. I don't feel like something's going to bother this. It's a huge radish, but I need space for it. So I'm thinking out here in this, where I got a big open space there, I don't think anything's going to bother it out there. So that's where I plan on planting that. Now I do have, here they are, some, this was my tomato. It was the Scotia tomato. And it's a 60-day tomato, so it's fairly quick. And I should be able to get, if I plant now and it germinates quickly, then I should have June, July. By maybe end of July, I should have tomatoes. Maybe even mid-July, I should have tomatoes. And then I also have the Jimmy Nardello peppers. I didn't see any of those germinating. And I did get a tromboncino squash. I'll show you guys that. But I also have to replant the Marconi Rosso pepper. So I'm going to be doing those 3 replants today. And then I'll also be planting that radish out in the wood chips out there. So that is what I got going on. So let me show you what I got for the covering for the bugs. I'm really trying to get ahead of the bugs this year. I didn't get any squash last year. I didn't get any watermelon last year. I didn't get any cucumbers last year. Okay, so I'm not trying to go through that again this year. I have a ton of pickle bush cucumber seedlings. I've got yellow straight neck squash, and I've got spaghetti squash. And I really, really want to be able to get some squash this year. So I'm definitely going to be covering those up. with the netting, and I'll show you guys that. So first thing I want to do is I do need to label these collards, because I want to keep track of what I have in the garden, what varieties they are, and how well they grow for me, and the location that they're in. So this is all for my journal. So I'll put a small tag here. It's not going to last forever. It's a piece of masking tape. It's going to get rained on. It's going to get, you know, but it'll be in some of my videos. That way I'll have a record. Take a look here. Alright, so I got Bentley giant collard, and it's just a little piece of tape. That way I can tell these are the collards here. And look at these mustards. Aren't they looking beautiful? Yeah, so this one is, this side was the Bentley giant collard, and then this side is the Georgia Southern collard. So I want to see if there's any bit of difference with the two. So I'm going to probably incorporate some of the Georgias in here, because I don't see, I can see where these ones have come back, and now I can, you know, figure out where I want to place some other stuff in between there. I know that I did plant some marigolds, but they were kind of along this front part here. I got this netting over here on the bed and some clips, and I think I'm going to get some stakes and try to get something put up here for this for these greens. All right, so I've got some stakes here. They're these just wooden stakes here. I got these from Dollar General. They were like $90. They were like $1 a piece, and I'm gonna put them in like around the bed. But let me show you the. So I've got this netting. It's like a tulle, T-U-L-L-E, tulle netting, and I'm gonna put this over my plants. So it's like a fine mesh netting, and it'll let sunlight in, it'll let rain in, but it won't let the bugs in. So this is my stakes. But I feel like these are gonna be too tall. I might have to change my plan. So I'm not going to use these. Maybe I'll use these instead, because they have these little like things on the side here, and I can like clip it to the things that are on the side. Now these clips I got are for those green stakes that I have, but those are super tall. They're even taller than these. So, like, that's what these are, these little green clippies. But I was gonna use them like on the fence. No, that's not gonna work either, because that fence is gonna be too skinny. But I might be able to clip them on here. Oh yeah, I can clip them on here. I'll have to get some clothespins to clip it to the fence. All right, so this is what I got. This is what I figured out. I don't want it super high up, and all the stakes that I have are pretty high up. I would use branches, but I'm afraid they'll poke through my netting. So I got some clothespins that I've got pinning it up to the fence, and I've got it draped down like in front of the fence and then pinned, because so you can see like this back part, it's actually got a part that's draped down to cover, they can't come through the fence. All right, so then I got this huge branch right here to weigh down the front, and then I've got these clips and they're clipping it to the stakes. So hopefully this will work out. I've got 3 of these. So one of them is going to have to definitely be for my squash. I'm going to put the other one over in this corner to cover these collards and these mustards. But like I said, the other one is definitely going to have to be for my squash and my melons. But then again, I could get some more. So once I figure out that, you know, this is actually going to work for me, then I'll go ahead and purchase some more. So that's what I got going on, just doing some covering up. I saw the white butterfly. You got to get proactive when you see the pests coming out, so that you're not trying to eradicate them later. So I'm going to finish doing this, plus I have to replant those seeds. So here is an update on the Tromboncino squash. I do have one of those. I think I planted 2. And there's the other one. So I got one there and I got one there. So I did end up with 2 Tromboncino squash. So that's a great thing there. So that's good. 2 Tromboncino squash there. I think something has dug up my beans from in the corner there. I did get these beans though. These are bush beans. My pole beans are the ones that did not make it, because I think something may have dug them out. You can see like little holes here, indentations where I had my beans. So I think maybe some squirrels might have been in here digging out my beans. So I might have to replant those. Either that, or I'll probably just put my peas right there, and I'll find somewhere else to put some pole beans. My radishes are doing good. I do have some chard. This is the ruby red chard, and then this one is the rainbow chard. So that's coming up. I should probably take some of this some of the straw off so that it's not such a thick barrier for them to break through. Just loosen it a little bit. Radishes are doing good. These are my bush beans. I got lots of bush beans, so those are doing good. Radishes over there as well, not as many, but still some, and some may still germinate. On this bed though, I don't see much activity. This is where I did my carrots. Oh, I do see some. There they are. They're coming through. Some carrots. So there's a few carrots there. Yep. I'm gonna take some of this straw. Cucumbers. I'm not seeing any cucumbers yet. So, but I do see something there that I might have to get out. It's a volunteer potato. It's one of the purple potatoes. I recognize it. It's the Toliac potato. I might have to move it. So, I don't know, we'll see. I don't see anything on this side. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to probably replant the cucumbers. Maybe there's one right there though. I think I do see one cucumber right there. So maybe it's not too late. But this over here was something else. I don't remember what I planted right here. Looks like it's coming up though. So that's the update on the square foot garden right now. I don't see much happening, but I am going to take some of this straw off. I think it's pretty thick on there and it might be inhibiting some of the things from breaking through. So now that it is warmed up and I'm guessing we are most likely past the danger of frost. So I'm going to go ahead and thin out the mulch. Not going to take it all off, but I'm going to thin it out just so that if there is any activity, it can come through. All right. Well, that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to take you guys along so I could show you this protection that I'm putting on my greens, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for the squash when I get it out. Those are going to go in buckets though, so containers. So it'll probably be a lot easier to cover those, but that's the idea. We're trying to get proactive here. We're trying to get ahead of the game. We're trying to make sure that we can preserve and we can have a nice harvest this year. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Till next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.